reception of our invitation.
Yes, yeah, we have had quite a lot of cooperation with Harvey, so I found it, very interesting because actually, at our waste group meetings, Harvey has brought the value added, even to the OECD forum. So that's why, I would say that OECD countries have something to learn from Taipei.
Really?
By the way, in the OECD contest, we have to call you Chinese Taipei. I'm sorry about that,
but for ourselves, Republic of China.
Exactly.
For Taiwan.
Yeah, exactly. But in any case, also we are trying to engage, Taiwan as closely as possible, to the OECD project because we have seen, that you are very developed economy already, so there is no reason, not to engage, and because OECD countries can really learn from you already, and you can learn from them.
Yeah, thank you very much. You can recognize our efforts. Absolutely. We have very small wish or hope to be an observer. In the name of Chinese Taipei, in all the international activities. We have a successful one, I think this year, right? We attended the WHA.
Oh yeah.
It's the name of the observer of Chinese Taipei.
And in particular, this current project concerning this sustainable materials management, I already told to Harvey that we are organizing in 1 year, next October, a kind of global forum on this issue, and certainly you will be invited, to that.
Certainly will participate.
Kind of basis for
I understand that you shift your waste management to the material management in the year 2002.
That's one. We had a vision report that we did in 2002, and which basically said shift away from waste management to a materials management point of view. And we started in that direction, but in 2007, the head of our waste office and our toxics office asked a group of us, with states and people from
pretty low amounts into landfill, and we're taking good care of the waste we generate. So for a time now, we've realized that we have to go different directions. Different directions of upstream. And this year, we haven't really approached it in a strategic way. I think we've been talking a lot about waste prevention,
but you do have a very stringent mercury control, right?
Mercury, yes. Mercury is
1990.
Basically to construct a recycling society.
And I've just heard that you have a program to promote 200 biomass villages.
Yes.
Villages. Okay, that's very interesting.
Yes. Ministry of Agriculture and Forest promote the use of biomass, and also the government also push to use change from the fossil fuel to biomass.
Earlier, it's a kind of ceramic. It's our handcraft.
Oh, I can't really look at you. Right.
Very beautiful.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Ceramic. How do you say that? 教堂英文怎么写？
Oh, right. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's very much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
我们陆教授没有给个。
Thank you very much.
Thank you again.
Yeah, I'd like to let you know we have some animation.
That's video.
Okay.
今天非常荣幸，邀请到我们经济合作组织专案组织的 OECD 的这个经济组的总监哈尤拉，以及瑞典环保署的梅森，以及我们美国环保署的米斯利，以及日本东京大学的 评委教授来参加我们今天的研讨会。那么首先来讲我们今天的研讨会主要是探讨关于永续物质管理的这个议题。当然在这个议题也许大家有不同的定义和见解，但是我想对于有效的来降低物质使用对环境的影响，那么我们可以透过包括从资源的开发、生产过程、使用跟废弃物的处理回收等等各阶段，那么来以比较永续的观点来进行管理，那么应该就可以达到对于有关环境总体最小化以及资源利用的最大化的目标来。所以在民国91年，也就是2002年，我们公布的资源回收再利用法。那么在这个法里面，我们也把所谓生命的产品的生命周期这样的一个概念放到我们的法里面去。所以我们需要从它的设计、制造、使用等等全面性都能够来加以规范，那么达到所谓永续管理的这个目标。所以今天很高兴有这么一个研讨会，那么有我们请到来的贵宾，那么来提供相关的这个推动的经验给我们来参考。所以我们很希望说，借由这次研讨会的办理，那么能够吸取我们先进的一些国家的有关永续物质管理的这种推动的经验，那么让我们在后续的工作的推动能够有效的来参考，那么早日来达到我们废弃物零废弃的这样的一个目标。
First presentation is offered by Dr. Henrik Hajula. Dr. Hajula is the principal administrator in the environmental and the economy integration division of OECD, and I think he's supposed to be a leading person to promote SMM in OECD. So let's welcome Dr. Hajula.
Most people who don't know actually what the OECD is. It's an intergovernmental organization having at the moment 30 member countries. All most industrialized countries are parties to the OECD, and we have at the moment also 5 new accession countries which are supposed to be members within the next couple of years, including, for instance, Chile, Israel, Russia, Estonia, Slovenia, and we are even establishing a closer connection with the so-called Big Five, which are called BRICS. So it's Brazil, India, Indonesia, China, South Africa. So I would say that at the moment OECD is quite much expanding. Concerning this SMM issue, like the previous speaker mentioned, it's a new issue to Taiwan, but it's also a new issue at the OECD and even worldwide, because the issue is that as everybody knows, we have been working quite a while with waste management already. For instance, personally, I already started in '85 to work with waste management in Helsinki, in Finland, and then moved to the Ministry of the Environment and then to the OECD. So it's a long career already, with waste management. But the thing is that like we have seen, we have
这个 section 的第一个 speaker 呢，洪龙轩洪顾问Dr. Hong he's good both in English and Chinese. 我们现在就请大家一起来欢迎这个洪龙轩洪顾问。
Anyway, I think we have, when we have gone through quite a long time in this area, and we are very glad that we have the opportunity and we have the experience to share all these with our friends. Okay, And this will be the things that I'll be covering today from a little overview of the sustainable material management. Of course, I won't be spending too much time here. Henrik already told us quite a bit about it. And then I'll be going to the development of the waste management in Taiwan. And then from the waste management to material management. And then I'll give you some examples about the sustainable material management in Taiwan, the examples, and then the conclusions.
Okay, now she is the Principal Administrative Officer of Swedish Environmental Protection Agency. Now let's welcome Dr. Mattsson for the introduction of the waste management in Sweden.
I'm Sira Mattsson. I work for the Swedish Environmental Protection Agency. This is an outline of what I will be talking about. I'll give you a short overview of Sweden and the Swedish EPA, and then go over to our... Well, actually, I will talk more about waste management and then the environmental quality objectives, and then go over to waste management in an estimate perspective, and give you some results we've reached today and some future priorities. And that will probably be me at the end of the presentation. So you let me know when I'm getting close to the end, please. Okay, let's go back there. Just to let you know where Sweden is, we're a very small country up in the very north of Europe. We have only like close to 9 million inhabitants in a country that's quite bigger than Taiwan. So we have less than 30 persons per square kilometer. And I hear the number is quite different in here, right? So countries have different conditions, but I hope we still can learn something from each other.
Let's warmly welcome Professor Zhang to have this presentation. And the floor is yours, Professor Zhang. Material flow analysis apply to a specific sector or industry in northern Taiwan. I will stress on the water usage. You see, I know this conference is about sustainable material. Majorly it's about the waste treatment, but you see, everything we have to be integrated. So in this kind of aspect, then I can say maybe water management is also part of the total material management. I will follow this, give you some brief introduction about first the water usage, especially in the scientific park. That's very crucial in Taiwan. And then I will introduce material flow analysis. You see, this morning during the panel discussion, we mentioned we still have to do something, to connect with the sustainable management of the waste or resources. So I will present a little bit about that. Then finally, I will point out there is always some kind of management or suggestion we have to propose. When we do any kind of analysis, but those analysis will be useful for the management. So later I will give you a brief about the example factory. We can make a suggestion. Angela.
Return the environment as waste within a year. Now that's overall for all the industrialized economies, the OECD countries and more. So the other thing about in the looking at materials is that the Earth systems, which is the air, the land, and the water, they struggle to withstand the increasing environmental problems. 1/2 of the world's tropical and temperate forests are gone. 75% of marine fisheries are overfished or fished to capacity, and the PBT chemicals are found throughout our food chain. Now those are sort of, if you sort of want to sort of see the statistics of why we're trying to go away from a waste to materials, those are enough that would sort of get anybody to pay attention. This is just an idea of where we are in the United States. In metals and minerals, between...
This school is National Donghua University in Department of Environmental Policy Research, right? So let's welcome Professor Su.
My topic is the study of sustainable material management achievements in Taiwan, and particularly in experience and the conceptual model treatment. I have gone from the bottom to the up is because I'm trying to tell you in the past 2 decades, we have the, first of all, always just the probably at the very beginning, illegal dumping. Then we go to the sanitary landfill. Then we have the more security hazardous with the landfill, then incinerator. But incinerator, right now we are facing the other problem is the fly ash and the bottom ash. But I think in Taiwan EPA in the year 2007, we have announced a new, according to the regulation, the bottom ash is good to recycle, especially used for the, probably for the paving of the road construction.
So let's welcome Professor Hiroa.
We're happy to discuss about the sustainable material management issue with Taiwanese and also from European and United States. And today I'm going to present on Japanese experiences and ongoing activities towards recycling-based. But he said that the price of recycled plastic and fresh plastic, recycled plastic is higher because price is high. Then price is high means direct to the high environmental impact, he said. Because if someone is walking, then his activities is also mainly contribute to the recycling issue. So recycling plastic is high cost, high price, then it must be a high environmental impact. Such discussion is very confusing. Yeah. We are not agree about that. But this kind of discussions. And also someone asked about the paper issue. The fresh paper has a lower CO2 emission than the recycled paper. It's true, but the energy consumption is lower, but the fresh paper uses biomass energy. So there's many.
So let's welcome Mr. Lin Yanqian.
Final topic I'd like to talk about is aluminum flows waste use of brass of hot metal dissolution in integrated steel making works. My major is material engineering and metallurgical engineering, especially in steel making. And the other co-authors are all my colleagues, Mr. Tao, engineering in environmental, includes slag, solid slag, and sludge. And we execute the zero waste policy by turning waste into resources through effective management and professional technology. We also terminate certification and identity of link containing sludge by separating high link sludge from cold rolling sludge for
I'd like to prepare about 10 minutes finally
to ask each speaker to say a few words, maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes, to cover all your experience or for this meeting, or anything you think you would like to say to our audience.
Do you get what I mean? When we connect to each other, I think there will be also requirement to each other, and I was wondering how this could be dealt with. Thank you very much.
For the first question, we didn't find the SWAG has any difference before and after use the unlimited space, because the desolarization SWAG contains the major component of desolarization SWAG is CaO, not alumina, because alumina we add this kind of aluminum dross waste only a small amount, about 1 kilo per ton of hot metal.
May I have your attention, please? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Zheng. I'm glad that I have Professor Zheng here to co-chair today's this morning's session with me. First of all, before we start our panel discussion this morning, I would like to introduce to you our distinguished guest from overseas, Dr. Henrik Hayula. I don't think I pronounced it correctly, but
yes, you did.
He is with OECD, the principal administrator, and Professor Hirao from Tokyo University, and Dr. Nasser from Sweden EPA, and Angela Lee from US EPA. So we have them all with us today to have this panel discussion. And of course, in our audience today, we have professors from almost well-known universities here in Taiwan, and also experts and some government sector representatives here with us. Mainly here today, we gathering here today, this morning, we try to exchange our experience with each other. This morning's we try to divide two sessions this morning. The first session we will try to focus on the sharing the experience on the promoting sustainable material management.
I'd like to raise a question because in Taiwan, material flow analysis has been conducted majorly in academic circles, probably for more than 10 years. We try to identify important materials and to see how the flow are driven by human activities, in particular economic production and consumption patterns. As an academic person, so we try to persuade the government and the industrial sectors to follow this concept and to incorporate the concept into their operations. But still, it's quite slow. So my question is that the role of government and the role of industrial sector what should the role should be?
For these questions and in particular Professor Ma and Director Yo, I really appreciated your interventions. You know, you really raised the right questions and partly answered the questions. But in any case, you know, I would like to raise very briefly 4 different issues here. The first issue is that I don't think that we can yet take a strong stand how to implement SMM. That is an issue what we will address in this global forum, you know, next year. At the moment, we have so many studies underway, just in a way to try to look at, you know, the policy principles for SMM, the policy instruments for SMM, and even the target setting, the role of target setting, you know, in this context, and so forth and so forth. We have case studies for several materials. So before we have completed this, you know, it's too early in a way to start taking the stand on the implementation. The second issue is that the role of government and the private sector, and I would say at the moment that the private sector is more advanced than the government in this area. But also in the private sector,
I would like to invite all the attendees or audience. How about share your view about what you expect to have successful to promote the sustainable material management.
Well, my question is, are there good sources for these two? Actually, I'm only asking for the emission factors. Are there good sources to evaluate the emission factors for various recycled materials in your country? EPA has already made some. I got that already. I'm not sure about Finland or Netherlands or Japan in a broader view. Is that the question? Can that be answered by?
Because what we've done is we've done that WARN tool. Is that the one you were looking at? Yeah. And we've done a couple of other ones, but I know that we were trying to do them in conjunction with another one. So I think it's been updated as of 2008. So I can give you the email for Sarah Hartwell, who's one responsible for that, and she can send you. The other thing that she's done, we had her son is just graduated from high school, and one of the things that she wanted to do was get one of the apps for like the iPhone that you could use. So if you wanted to know if you threw away this bottle, you know, what would be the CO2 implications. So he did it with another senior in high school, but now to have it within the agency, we had to go through all, you know, get Microsoft approval whoever the approval are to make this app. So sometime within the next couple of months, we will be able to sort of say, if you do have an iPhone, you can do this app, which will say if you throw away a glass or a paper cup or something like that, what the CO2 emissions are connected with that, which I thought was a very clever idea.
Climate and CO2 emissions are very much in focus, so I am quite sure we have some kind of these factors to find from our country. If they're applicable for other countries, it depends on what kind of industry and the processes, but I'm quite sure there will be something similar to this from Sweden also. And I know that one of our research institutes recently developed a web-based application or like a tool to calculate your own environmental CO2 emissions and how to decrease them and so on. So there's a lot of these kind of initiatives going on all over Europe and in Sweden too, so I'm sure this is something.
环境的执行长，那去年我去参加他们大会的时候，那个时候我们跟中共的关系有一点紧张，那中共还发表宣言来我们这边访问。 结果我去了参加他们大会，他们的代表那一次就拒绝与会。但是呢，你看这位官员，我们邀请他，他居然这个不怕来自那边的威胁，到我们台湾来访问。好，那在这边特别感谢你们，谢谢。那我们就开始这个。
Welcome again to Hualien. Okay, right. Hualien. Also, Hualien is one city for furniture. So after you stop the flyer and go to the so we got a lot of the furniture equipment in Hualien, and then all the markets is in the west, especially in the big city. So right now you're in the east of the Hualien. Right now, for the totally the member for this association, they got at the beginning when we see all the production in Japan, right now here some cars from Taiwan. And when you get this water, this is the pipe. Start class.